while my while my screen gently changes. Oh yeah. There we go. You're now live. Okay. Are we really? Slightly different background today. Great. Hello there, everybody. This is Andrea coming to you live from the quilting shed where I'm just a disembodied head. Um, See, we move spaces and or move where I'm doing the video because reasons. Um, Now I have to jiggle everything. Yeah, it's Shop Hop Week. We moved the classroom out of the way, rearranged a few things because we know there's going to be massive amounts of people in here. Not sure if I'm looking forward to that or not. Yes, the Quilting Shed, Fredericton, New Brunswick, Shop Hop Week. That means there's sales, and not just for the shop hoppers who are coming through, going from shop to shop all around New Brunswick and Nova Scotia for massive savings and sales, and camaraderie with other quilters. Come in here, I will give you a free tote bag. It doesn't have our name on it, but it is free. We are also known as the Neurospicy Quilt Shop. That means I have ADHD. Our manager is autistic. We make it work. Uh, if you are on the spectrum like either one of us, you'll just feel happy here. We don't judge. We don't judge. And if you
No judgment if you need something described incredibly differently than usual.
Yeah, no judgment at all if you need something described in incredible amounts of detail or what you might think is painfully obvious. No, we will detail the heck right out of it for you. We will also squirrel all over the place if you're down for that. Um, if you're neurotypical or otherwise known as normal, I missed that comment. Yeah, we're just weirdos. You'll get used to it. Okay. So, what's on the agenda for today? Some of you know that my secondary fun thing that I like to do is stationery, and I have a planner, and I make it look pretty, and I have this cute Japanese stationery and stickers and things. Like, see, this is one week where it looked pretty. You can always tell if I'm having a really busy week if my planner is plain. I'm just saying. If I'm too busy to make it look pretty, yeah, it's all hands on deck. Da, 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 da. Mail orders are picking up, so thank you. If you're watching from outside New Brunswick, I am always as shocked as anybody when somebody who doesn't even know me buys stuff from me. Da, 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 da. My mom is listening with her earbuds in because she's in the kitchen. She is making ashburn and relish, beets, and pea soup. So Kathy is in on Tuesday, one of my friends. She's in on Tuesday. She is doing tomatoes, and she was telling me all about this cranking machine. You put the tomatoes in the top, you crank it. It's basically a form of a ricer. She was telling me all about it. I'm like, yeah, I have one. They're great. So you put all the tomatoes in. You can cook them first or not. She's been cooking them. You crank, and it sort of sieves all the juice and pulp out, and from a different spot, all the seeds and the peelings come out, and you can even run that through again. And the part you don't eat, like the seeds and the peels, come out super, super dry. And I said, so you're going to either compost that or feed it to your chickens, right? Because that's what we used to do. So let us know in the comments if you are one of those people who are eyeball deep in canning right now. Just saying. Pardon?
Preparing for a harsh winter.
Yes, we're all preparing for a harsh winter. Are you making your pickles, doing your tomatoes up? Also, shout out to my mother. Hi, Mom. I'm wearing the other t-shirt you bought me because you can't see. The t-shirt that says my level of sarcasm has gotten to the point where I don't even know if I'm kidding or not. Yeah. My level of sarcasm has gotten to the point where I don't even know if I'm kidding or not. So thank you, Mother, for that one again. And I have set aside that fabric you wanted. We just have to hide it online so nobody else buys it. You snooze, you lose, everybody else. My mom has privileges. I might even give her a discount. Alrighty, so dun dun dun. Couple other things. Okay, I talked about the shop hops, but not the specials. I will get to that in a minute. So my friend Pam, she had an idea of things we could talk about on this video called Ask Andrea. Ta-da! Because everybody always has questions and they always come in and ask. Like Monday, Another friend of mine, another Diane, in the middle of the conversation, I said, sorry for grabbing your phone. It's just faster. And she's like, no, please take over. Show me. Whoa, wise one. Um, ugh. So she was looking for a pattern basically, and nobody could find the pattern. I couldn't find it either. It's long gone. Sometimes when patterns are discontinued, they just disappear them off the internet. So she was trying to rebuild it, and somebody had suggested she make certain blocks there, just figure that they're 12 inches. So she was having trouble finding 12-inch quilt blocks. So I gave her some better terms to search for and actually identified a few quilt blocks for her. So Ask Andrea is a thing that we might do. If you have a question, you can ask it here in the comments, and I will just do something about it later, either a post, a short video, making notes to myself. I will do that. So Pam had a question because she took the zipper pouch class. Somebody else took the zipper pouch class and the paper piecing class and made a zipper pouch out of the paper piece blocks that they learned how to do, and that was stinking cute. I'm just saying. So Pam's question to Ask Andrea was, can you use a zipper foot or another foot for binding application? You know what, Pam? Yes, you can. Some of us like to machine sew our binding on, and it's really hard to get, when you sew it on the back first, you turn it around to the front and you top stitch it down. I was just talking to somebody yesterday that she's taken it out 3 times because she doesn't like how it looks because she can't get close enough to the edge of where that fold is. But if you use something like a zipper foot, you can. A top stitching foot, a foot with like the little guide that's in the middle for top stitching, you can do that. And that might help make your machine sewn binding that much nicer. Another tip is if you can move the needle position a little bit, you can move it closer to the fold. So you're when you're sending the stuff through the machine and you're lining up like the edge of the binding or the edge of the fold on the binding somewhere on the foot so that you can keep it straight, you don't have to worry about where the needle is if it's not in a good position for you to keep trying to hit. If you can move your needle over to get it, then Bob's your uncle, as they say. Ooh, Heidi says, after answering, make the answers as pop-out shorts for easy referral later. See, Heidi, that's why you should come work for me. It's a long commute from Ohio or wherever. And no, Heidi also asked, do I also simulcast on YouTube these days, or do I post it there later? So I had to give up the cross-posting to YouTube for technical reasons and expenses. So we ditched that, so I have to do this live video, remember to download it, and then repost it to YouTube. Da, da, da. Eagle-eyed people among you will notice that I have added a new class. This is the first you're hearing about it. I have added a new class to the schedule. I have more. I just haven't. They're in my planner. I swear. I wrote them in October. If you come by and look at October, like, they're in. You see how pretty that is? They're in there. And I just have to, like, put them online. There's a couple more. But the first one that's in there for October, Emily is doing a class for us on, I should probably go look. It's a Tuesday, I know that. It's a Tuesday in October. Oh, geez, I have a planner right here. I could look there, couldn't I? That would make sense. So Emily Fong from Mauve Bandit Designs, she's going to teach a class for us through the day on a Tuesday. It'll be at 10 o'clock. She has a hard out at 2. You can stay till 4 if you like, but she's leaving at 2 o'clock, and you should be well along your way by then, except for finishing details. Right, Heidi's in Iowa. Thank you, Heidi. So Emily is teaching a class on her big selvage tote. We'll make sure a link gets in the comments there later. And it's $25 plus material. And we will get all the rest of the details for you later. But if the shop sample's here in the shop, I forgot to bring it over, I'll do more posts. So if you ever want to make a project using selvages, this is your chance. You will learn from the person who writes the patterns about them. Hello, she's pretty good and cute to boot. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I took my truck today. Yes, I did. So let's talk about sales. We have sales. Yeah, we're getting there. We have a bunch of things on sale, and because some of the things I have to do it manually, either manually ahead of time. Like I put most of our patterns on clearance sale of 30% off. The $3 Villa Rosa patterns are not 30% off, but most of the rest of our patterns are. If it was not on sale before, it's on sale now. 30% off. So I did that ahead of time, and you can actually see that on the website. Because if you're interested in some of the technical things that go on behind the scenes in a business, the other alternative I had was to apply discounts while we ring people up during the shop hop, and if it's very very busy, that makes it take longer during the checkout phase. So I did it this way because it's going to be faster later. The upside is you get to partake in sales now rather than later. So we wandered around and we were like, what hasn't been on sale in a while? Found some things that we were like, we should move these out. Maybe we wanted to turn over some inventory, get rid of some things so we can get some other things in. I discovered that this kit wasn't on sale. The I Will Cut You. This is actually the kit. It's got the applique stuff in there for you. It's got the fabric with the webbing already on it. You just peel the paper off the back, stick them on your background fabric, iron them down, and I did this before. I had the sample shop in the shop. That's my favorite way to do applique. I don't even like doing applique normally, but you just iron it down. And then I just loaded it on my long arm and quilted it because I'm not stitching around all that first. You can if you want. But this was $90 and now it's 30% off. So, and there's one left. Same as this quilt. This kit. Gone Quilting with the truck in it. It's a laser cut quilt. That's also 30% off. There's just those. The other things we put on sale, I have some legit kits. We've marked a bunch of them down. You can see what we have in stock on the website. So they're 30% off. I have some Oliso irons. I marked them down as well. Some of these I didn't even check if I had to stick to certain pricing. Some products I do, and oops, hope I don't get in trouble. I think these ones are okay. Yeah, so I have 2 of the pink ones and 1 of the turquoise ones, and I have a couple of the smaller M3s. We have to double check to make sure they show up properly online for you. So there's that. What else did I put on sale? Right, Glide. I put the Glide on sale. It's 20% off. All the small spools, all the big spools, all the big cones, 20% off. Go through your stash at home. All the Glide colors we have are listed online. We have some of the Magna Glide bobbins. They're listed online too. Stock up. It's time. You're going to have to be quilting and stuff. So, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And the rest of the Kona we have that we've been trying to clear out, I kind of put it down to $8 a meter. It's going fast. It's going really fast.
15 minutes, ma'am.
I have 15 minutes. I'm halfway through. Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm pacing good. I just have to show the next fabric and we're good. So the Kona is on sale. If you are ordering online, there's always a chance that the inventory number is going to be slightly incorrect or terribly incorrect. So just keep that in mind. Because we did make some kits from it and I didn't. Oh, Kathy's going to yell at me.
Which collection?
The Kona. The Kona inventory might be off because we made kits with some of the colors. So if they're ordering online, I was just warning them. I'd prefer if you got at least a meter and not be like, I'll take a half a meter of every Kona color you have left. Yeah. We will if we have to. Okay. Now to what everybody's been waiting for, because this collection from Northcott has been late. It's not really their fault. There's shipping delays everywhere. Stuff has to come around the world, and that is a process. So, I think this is Canadian Classics 3. So it's all the Canadian fabric from Northcott that you are familiar with. They re-release this every so often. So we have it. So there's the slightly beige stars on red. This is on the website too, right?
Yep.
if you do a lot of quilts of valor or you make a lot of Canadian type quilts, that's the red maple leaf blender. That's the black one. I know it just looks black on your screen, but it's got little tiny sort of gray leaves on it. Here we go. See? No, you can't see. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. The beige ones. So we got the whole collection. We got lots in. Some of the prints are new. There's this nice text print, which is very awesome with Canadian sayings. Canada, Maple Leaf, Brave, Home and Native Land. So stuff from our anthem. Do we call it an anthem? So that's good. The stripe one's good for borders and accent sections. Canada, Canada, Canada. You could cut pieces of this and put it on other things.
Such as some of the panels that come with it.
Some of the panels, but I was thinking like tote bags and stuff if you just wanted a little accent bit. There are some maple...
I guess.
Pardon?
Lanyards.
Lanyards. Look at that. So this is another maple leaf print on the blender colors, but these ones say Canada on some of the big leaves. Carry a big leaf. Walk softly and carry a big leaf. The red on the cream, different size leaves. Here's the red with Canada sayings. I'm almost there, don't worry. This has a little more beige and black in it. The Canadian flags all over the place, floating, flapping, floating. One of those things, I know my mom's laughing at me. Waving. The flags are waving in the breeze. Thank you, kid. And this stripe here, which is pretty versatile. Lots of flags, lots of maple leaf, lots of colors. So the other thing they did with this, in addition to this panel with our "O Canada" on it, part of the song, True North, Strong and Free. I am Canadian. Also, when I looked at this, I was thinking of the I am Canadian beer commercial that some of you will remember. That's what it reminded me. So I thought that was great, especially if you have somebody maybe going overseas for a few years for either work, school, and you wanted to make them a quilt. This will give them the comforts of home. I know whenever I'm traveling, or whenever I was traveling and I was out and about in other countries, even something like going to the airport in a foreign country and getting to the Air Canada booth just felt like home. It was just the vibe is different. It was just the vibe is different. Even that tiny piece of land that probably doesn't even really count, but it just says Air Canada. It's got the maple leaf. There's Canadians there. Felt so good sometimes.
Don't you mean oot in a boot?
Oot in a boot. Yeah, I was oot in a boot. So the rest of the panels are, that was your regular panel. You know, the regular quilt fabric. The rest of them that they did, there's 3 more panels. Can you believe it? These are done on the heavier cotton that canvas that Northcott has been putting out. They have a set of 4 placemats. Apologies, I don't have the prices on hand, but they have a set of 4 placemats.
All the canvas ones are 20.
All the canvas ones are 20. Thank you. Ta-da!
And the regular one is 15.
And the regular one is 15. Yes, we did standardize our panel prices. That made it easier. So there's the placemats. There's also a lovely tote bag. True North, Strong and Free. This would have been great for shop hoppers as they travel. So it's the standard, where is it? Oh, there it is. Northcott does these tote bag panels. It's the same for everyone. They just swap out the prints. Ta-da. It's a good tote bag. It's good and sturdy. I always redo the handles, though. You know a little girl who would love the Canadian map. I was thinking the same thing, Mom. Those little Canadian placemats for a certain family that we know of overseas. They would probably really enjoy that. And you could just pillowcase them. You don't even have to quilt them. You don't have to put anything inside these pillowcases. Maybe get some matching yardage and do up some little napkins. Quickie project. So the last panel that was with it was this crossbody bag. We used to call them bum bags, but now people strap them across their chest and call them crossbody bags. So it's literally got all the parts. You just cut them out and sew it together, and the directions are right on the panel. Uh, my sample maker, one of my sample makers had to go back to work. The nerve of her. So we're behind on some of our things because something living wage. I don't know.
I'm also fully booked.
Yeah,
You're fully
it's
booked.
the busy season. So eventually we'll get around to making one of these as a sample. But for now, yeah, I think this is kind of cool actually. For those of you who like to wear these things. Yeah, it's complicated just watching me try to organize myself. Whew! And that is it for our video. And wow, I did it on time and giving myself a few minutes so I'm not rushing the goodbye.
You have a whole 9 minutes to say
I
goodbye.
have a whole 9 minutes to say goodbye, Diane.
Why don't you tell a fun story?
Well, I don't have to end, like, I don't have to do a full 30 minutes either. I figured that was really, really good. Like, we preambled about stuff, we showed off some fabric, we talked about things. We laughed, we cried, we became a part of each other's lives. Do I have a funny story to tell?
Well, it's been a long time.
We've yes. What happened Monday? Something happened Monday where we had like 2 to 3 people looking for the same thing. The same thing happened Tuesday. One person. So the past couple of days, one person comes in and asks for something that we don't normally sell a lot of, but we have it. I'm trying to think of what it was. Brain fart, just absolute brain fart. So yesterday the same thing happened. Somebody came in, they were looking for something unusual. About an hour later, another person comes in, asks for the same thing. Weird. Even Kathy was like, that's weird. I'm like, it happens. It happens. I don't know, it could be something weird like, do you have, well, not coffee fabric, but.
Wasn't it gymnastics? A lot of people have been asking for gymnastics fabric.
Gymnastics, dance fabric. Yeah, we have that. And we don't really sell a lot of it, but it's one of those obscure things. But anyway, this is me trying to tell a funny story and absolutely failing at it, which I guess that's why you tune in and that's why you love me. I haven't been sewing hardly anything at all. I have some of the zipper pouches that are half finished because while I teach the class, I make one and see how far I get. The other fun part was one of the classes, my own granddaughter was in the class and she did a marvelous job. Bear paws, that's what it was. Kathy's watching. Yeah, somebody was in and they asked about bear paw blocks, and then a little while later somebody else came in and said something about bear paw blocks. But also our consensus, me and Kathy and a couple other people, we don't think bear paw blocks are a beginner quilt block.
No.
Somebody was trying to get back into quilting and she said that she had read that a bear paw block was suggested for a beginner, and we were like, maybe not beginner, maybe
Intermediate beginner?
confident beginner.
Yeah, confident beginner.
You kind of sort of know what you're doing beginner. But yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna say a quick goodbye because some people have to get back to work apparently, and my mother's probably got something boiling. So I will catch you later. If you have an Ask Andrea question, message me, email me, stick it in a comment on something. I'll see if I can scrape up a video answering your question. Probably not this week, though. All right. See you later. Bye. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.